How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Ron. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we went back to Petalburg City, so that way we can challenge our father, Norman, the gym leader, to grab our 5th badge. So in the past 2 episodes, we went to go ahead and grab 2 consecutive badges. We are going to be taking a little break this time, so let me just go ahead and pull up the Pokémap real quick so we can go ahead and explain what's going on in today's episode. While we are at Mauville City, like I said, we have to track all the way up to Fortree City. That's going to be our next gym badge. Apart from it being quite a travel distance, we are going to be doing some backtracking in the lower half of Hoenn, like we kind of already explored throughout the series so far. In today's episode, I am going to be focusing more on Mauville City and New Mauville. If I have time, I will already start going ahead and tracking over to the bottom half portion of Hoenn, which is pretty much Route 105, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which is going to be much of the ocean region that we couldn't explore because we didn't have surf. But since we got it, we are going to be exploring that just to see what we can find and trainer battles, and of course just leveling up our pokes, because we have almost our full assembled team. We're still missing one teammate, but I'll elaborate a little bit more on that now and a little bit later. But for right now, let me go ahead and talk to a familiar face. We see Wattson, our 3rd opponent in our gym challenge. Let's see what he's up to. Oh, Ron boy, you look like you've had a lot of zip. That's a good thing. Fine, I decided. I need a favor. Mauville City has an underground sector called New Mauville. I'd like you to go there and switch off the generator. The generator has been running a bit haywire. It's getting unsafe. This is the key. And he gives us the basement key, which allows us access to it. So don't you worry about it. I won't be challenging you to. The entrance to New Mauville is just a short surf away from Route 110. And that's it, you have my trust. Alright, so that's part of what we're going to be doing today. He said Route 110 is there's a cutoff, which is this section right here, which takes us to New Mauville, which there isn't a spot on the map, but it's there, don't worry. And pretty much like he said, it's supposed to be like an expansion of Mauville City, but of course, it's not working properly, it's not safe. So let's do the responsible thing and, turn it off the generator for him. I think if we read this, Team Aqua was here. Someone painted this on today. Alright, Team Magnum was Alright, so yeah, Team Mag was pretty much just running amok. Team Aqua is doing muck too. But if we go over here, this is actually the section he was talking about, New Mauville. And the door's locked. But with the basement key, we can actually access it now. And yeah, we see like this weird basement contraption thing. For right now, I'm gonna go ahead and use... Where is it? What do I have? Oh, the super repels. So this is just to avoid any wild pokes, because we can encounter 2 pokes here. And those are going to be our 2 new electric types that we haven't really seen too much in the series so far. And that is Voltorb and Magnemite. And depending on how your preferences are, these 2 pokes are different in their unique ways. Of course, you see one regardless. And we're introduced to one of them, Voltorb, which, believe it or not, guys, is going to be a new companion of mine. I am going to go ahead and try to weaken it. I'm trying to use Sidewave. It's very random. There's a special way of how Sidewave does its damage, but I'm not going to bother too much because I'm already about to catch it. And to give you an introduction to Voltorb and Magnemite, we'll probably be seeing Magnemite a little bit later if we can run into it. It's, depending on your playstyle, it's very situational how you move. So Voltorb is a very speedy, but not very offensive-based poke, and it's not too defensively either. It's mainly just purpose is to outspeed your opponents, either just get a quick killer and do some setups. That's really Voltorb and Electrode's lineup. So it bears an uncanny and unexplained resemblance to a Pokemon, because it explodes at the slightest shock. Even veteran trainers treat it with caution. Of course, we know what we're doing. We're a veteran. We'll go ahead and name it. You know what? I don't have a unique or very cringy nickname like I have my other pokes, like Fruitaloo and Oink. I mean, come on, that's pretty cringy. I'm gonna pay homage to my Generation 2 Electro because it's so great. We're gonna call it Road. Nothing unique or special, just paying homage. If I come up with something better, I'll change it, but as of right now, I don't have anything. And pretty much New Mauville is just a puzzle, but yeah, we'll go ahead and just solve it while I explain the differences again. And if you are into more Magnemite, the difference with Magnemite is that it's more defensive and is pretty specially offensive. Other than that, it's ridiculously slow as we run into one, so it's not going to be outspeeding really any poke out there, honestly. But in terms of just power and like bulk, it can handle it. Just because of that new steel typing it has, that's why. Other than that, you know, it's really pretty much up to your choice which one you prefer. In the earlier generations, even up until now, you don't really get a variety of movesets with them. They're both electric types. Well, Magnemite is steel type partly, but you don't really get any variety with their moves. I mean, you do get like self-destruct and explosion with Voltorb, and you do get lock-on, zap cannon, tri-attack with I think tri-attack. I'm not remembering correctly if you don't. With Magnemite's lineup, but other than that, it's really up to just personal preference which one you prefer. There's not really one that's worse or better than the other, but depending on how you play and how you prefer your playstyle to be, that might be what might decide which one's going to be better for you. And then of course that same predicament involves its evolutionary lineups like Electrode and Magnemite, if you prefer speed versus bulk respectively. You know, it's really all up to you. Okay, so I went all the way back around. That's going to be more useful for later, for when we're tracking back. Okay. Let me use another one. One thing I did like in the newer gens that they finally did in Sword and Shield that they didn't do earlier was after you use a repel, you can actually let your trainer use it again if it runs out. I like that touch. It was always just annoying having to keep doing it over and over again. You know, most people did not enjoy doing that. Okay, so yeah, that's what this is. Okay, so a lot of the wild Pokeballs that you see around here aren't actually, all of them aren't items, a lot of them are bolts. So yeah. And you can, okay, you can run away. Well, you probably can, it's just I'm not allowed to, or my Oink isn't strong enough to do so. And honestly, movesets between the two aren't that great either. Sadly, in the third generation, they don't learn Thunderbolt or like Thunder. They're pretty much limited to Spark, which isn't really even a good move to begin with. And even though you're given Shockwave pretty early, it's still not a better alternative, honestly. There is a good prize you get at the end for doing Wattson's task, which we'll see in just a moment once I figure out what I'm doing. Once I figure out what I am doing. Okay. Level 26 is a decent level up. But I don't like Soundproof. It's a pretty useless ability. Maybe I might catch another one and see if I can get a better move. First, let me find my Super Repel. And let me actually just switch road over. I'd rather have static, even though it's not that great either. It's 100 times better than having soundproof. There's very little moves that require sound as an attack-based move. And even towards like the end game and now, you rarely will ever see that. So that's honestly why I'd rather have static. There will be a lot more times where a physical move will be done against Voltorb, and it's way better to have that than soundproof, like honestly. Like more often than not. If I run into another Voltorb, I'll just catch it in case I get soundproof again. Because, I mean, there's 50-50 chance really, there's only two. It's really only those two abilities I can have. But knowing me, I probably won't have a good chance, so I'm just going to catch another one in case if I run into one. And if not, I'll go back to the Pokemon Center, see what I have, and then I'll be back with you guys. But for now, let's just do this. There's no need to just continue pausing and unpausing. And in case that's the situation, I'm going to go ahead. Pretty sure you can name them the same nickname. I don't think that matters. Right. You just have to know which one's which. I think I messed up the puzzle, honestly. I think I was supposed to not do that. No, this is the generator. But that's a Voltorb. That should be the last one. There should only be 3. And they're all gonna be level 25. I just love Electrode. Well, the Voltorb and Electrode so much. Like, they're just cool pokes. Yes, they're just Pokeballs, honestly, so there's no creativity, really. I mean, pretty much you guys have seen what Pokemon looks like now, and a lot of the creativity is just gone. Not a big criticism, but that is something that, you know, with over 800 Pokemon that exist now, that's what you're going to expect. But I mean, I honestly like Voltor's design. Yeah, sure, it's just a Pokeball upside down without the Pokeball features, yeah. But there's still nothing wrong with it. Let me put it... Because I think that should help in being able to catch it. And if not, I'll just use a Pokeball, I really don't care. Doesn't matter which ball I use as long as it's caught, honestly. And whichever unlucky one it is, I'll just let it go. Hey, perfect. We're out here catching the like Voltorbs. That's pretty much our episode today, just Voltorbs amok. Alright. That, and then... This should be the generator, right? Or do I just not know what the generator looks like? Okay, so I'm actually just bad at this game and I don't know what the generator looks like. No, that's the entrance. Okay, I don't want to spend too much of the whole episode figuring out where the generator is, because that's very bad. Can I run away from this? Alright. So since I don't need a cat, I already caught 3, I really don't need to do more than that. I'll switch Kip over and then just try to find the generator, because I didn't think it would take this long for me to find it, honestly. It's not that hard to find it. This is only like my second time doing this, and in Ruby and Sapphire, New Mauville doesn't exist. So I don't think you can technically even catch these 2 Pokemon because of it not existing in the original release. So that's kind of why like I'm not too familiar with New Mauville. I really don't remember this too much, since this is probably like only the second time I'm touching this area. And that's why I'm looking a little pathetic right now. No, this should be the... No. Do I really just not know what the generator looks like? I think I'm supposed to go this way. Okay, yeah, here it is. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just actually dumb. And a Thunderstone in case you need a Pokemon that evolves with it. So we step on this. Click. The generator appears to have stopped. Alright, there we go. We finally stopped it. And I believe I can use this. Where is it? Escape rope. Yep. Alright, so let's get out of here. No need to be here. Perfect. So now that we've done everything for Wattson, let's go back and talk to him and let him get us our prize. I want my prize. And a very valuable prize indeed. This is technically optional, not required for the main story. But if you do get something very useful that you probably won't want to do yourselves. Ooh-ha! I knew it. I knew I made the right decision asking you. As a thanks, this is a TM containing Thunderbolt. Go on, you've earned it. And we get TM24 Thunderbolt, one of the greatest electric type moves to this day. Very powerful, very accurate. Just a good move to have. Any Pokemon that has it is beautifully using it. It pleases me to no end to see the young step up and take charge. Alright, so now that we've done that, let me go to the PC real quick. And no, not my PC that I'm using. I'm talking about the Pokemon Center storage box. I know, sad, I know. And let's see the Voltorb that I caught. I caught 3 of them. Alright, unfortunately, this one has soundproof. Let me see if any of these soundproof. Static. Alright, good. So that's why I had to catch them. It has lax at its nature. I don't remember if that's good or bad for Voltorb, but I'm gonna just ignore it. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to release you. But I'll keep. You were the first road, so I'll keep you. Even though you really don't have a purpose. I'm sorry. Alright, so... Oh, wait, what am I doing? My boy! Gotta mention it down here. What am I doing? Right. You see, this is what happens when you don't pay attention. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Voltorb. I did you dirty. Alright. So now that we have a full 16, we can go ahead and start a full-on adventure like we are already doing since day 1. I really don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now that we did that, if I pull up the Pokémap, what we can do now before I start heading this way from Mauville up into Fortree City, because that is where we have to go next for our story. What I'm going to do, since time allows it, I will go ahead and start going towards Route 107 through 105 through 9 and start doing some ocean exploring, because we can do a lot over there now. just to prevent a lot of time wasting, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off real quick and make my way all the way to Rustboro. Well, technically Petalburg City. And so that way when we start there, I can start doing my ocean exploration, and then we can see what's going on over there. So just hang tight for me for just a second, guys. I'll be right with you. I'm just gonna pause, and I'll see you guys back at Rustboro City. See you in a second. Alright guys, welcome back after a hidden behind the scenes trek back all the way back here to Petalburg City. Well, I was at Rustboro, then made my way to Petalburg City, but not important. So just showing off the team right now. Based off what we're going to be doing, we are going to be doing a lot of trainer battles and just leveling up everybody at this point, because we are still quite a while away from Fortree City. The level gap from there is a little bit higher than what we saw back at Norman's gym, so we are going to have to hope that we get some good level ups from them. Part of the reason, and I'm going to pull up the map one more time, part of the reason why I did want to explore this area last and then go to Mauville first like I did earlier was to grab Voltorb, for the reason that this, pretty much it wasn't obvious already, this water section is home to, of course, what kind of Pokemon? Water types. And of course the weakest ones that are super effective against it are going to be two of our teammates, Fruitaloom and Road. They can handle them superbly. And also Road can get some good level ups from that. So I do have some super repels, I just gotta be careful not to waste too much, but in the meantime, we're just gonna be exploring the ocean lands of Route 105 and already had a trainer battle. The blue sky, the vast sea, it's so peaceful. Imani wants to battle. And they are fairly up to our level, at least our lowest pokes are, and pretty much Kip is well above his pay grade. Honestly, Spark isn't going to do too... Sorry, I broke down because it just crit out of nowhere. I was expecting it to not knock out, but then, you know, my boy Road was just like, I got you. And part of the reason why you would even want to explore the waterlands of Route 105 all the way up until Slakeport City, swimming in the deep blue, it's the greatest. Yeah, whatever. The reason why you would want to do this, other than it just being good XP, is because there's two things you can do here. One of them you can't do now, it's more of a post-story event, and the other one you can't really fully access until a little bit later in the game. But the first one I was talking about, there is an island on this route that we're in right now. You see, this is why static, sorry guys, this is why static is necessary. Soundproof would have not done it. The static, gotta get the important abilities, they make a difference in the third gen. You know, when we were doing Stadium 2, that didn't matter. The abilities weren't even a thing yet. Now, it makes a difference. Dominic, I lost. Yeah, we lost. You lost. Yeah, get out. And part of the reason why you would want to come here is part of this section right here. I think this guy, yep, wants to battle the hiker. There's supposed to be a mystical rock around here. Do you know anything about it? Oh, okay. This guy already alluded to it. See, this guy's helping me out on my playthrough. See? Thank you, Mr. Hiker. Or Ruined Manic. Sorry. Whatever, not important. Okay. So what he was explaining about a mystical rock is actually a little bit north of where we just landed. If you go a little bit, swim up north, there is actually a small island there that is meant to house a mythical Pokemon. However, you can't access it through legit means, I think. Like I said, I only played through Emerald once, apart from this. So if any of y'all can correct me, that'd be great, because I don't remember what I'm really talking about here. But I believe you can get a legendary Pokemon here. It's coming back to memory now. Alright, don't worry guys. You instead of correcting me, you guys can flame me on how I can't remember this stuff. This is actually home to one of the Regigolems. So back when we were at the desert, a few episodes back, you were actually able to meet Regirock there. Over here, you're actually able to meet Registeel here. And of course, like I was talking about, similar situation over there, you can't actually meet them right now. You don't have the correct items and pokes to do it at this moment. So you're pretty much just gonna be seeing just a mountain. So if you swam up this way, might as well. There is a trainer over here, so might as well, you know, engage in some battling. Let's engage in a battle first, and then I'll show you the rock that I'm talking about. And then a little bit later, probably after Fortree City and a little bit more journeying. I can't speak, guys. I can't. I English do not know what that means. Okay, after some more journeying, You can meet all 3 of them, but as of right now, you can't meet any of them. Like I said, you don't have the right pokes or moves or items to do so, so you're just seeing landmarks at this point. So you just have to, it's part of Legendary Pokemon. You just gotta wait for their appearance. Alright. I don't like being in the vortex. Just knock this boy out. Knock the big boy out. I'll teach a Thunderbolt later, but I don't want to do it right now. I'll just move on from that. And potentially can get a little level up pretty soon, but not worried about that. And over here, like I was talking about, this is the area I was talking about. And if you probably recall, back when we were at the desert, this was a similar formation we saw there. Of course, like I said, we can't access it, so we can't even bother meeting any of the golems now, so let's not worry about that. Let's just continue moving on. I don't want to meet wild Pokemon here. I'm going to use a Repel. I know I should have done that earlier. Gonna go ahead. Where is it? I don't know where my items are. How can I not know where my items are? Okay. So let's just continue going south, and then we should be able to bend a little bit over towards the east side. Oh, but no, we can't ignore trainer battles. Okay. Maybe I just don't know how to play this game, and I was supposed to go around. Alright, there we go. I'm exhausted from swimming. I'm not just used to it. I need a battle for change of pace. I'm convinced that the sea keeps secrets from us. Well, true, just like in real life. The vast ocean land is mysterious. Without so much of it explored, we don't know what's there. We just don't know. Okay. I'll let Oink handle Sandshrew. Perfect. Alright. This is why Road is also going to be very useful for our next gym leader, because, just to spoil it for those who probably don't know, but most of you will know, next gym leader is a flying type user, and of course electric types are perfect matchups against them, so leveling up Road as much as we can will surely lead to our benefits. Especially since the beauty about it is that since it's all about speed, we should be okay in terms of outspeeding opponents. Road is going to be one of the fastest pokes we'll have, or the fastest in fact. And pretty much the game will be up there in like top 5 as one of the fastest pokes of this generation. Since there's only up to the Hoenn 3rd generation, very few pokes at its max level can outspeed Road. Of course, most legendaries and few exceptions can, but majority of the pokes will not, even at certain high level criteria. Let's just get rid of this Sandshrew and let's just continue our exploration towards the east side of the ocean, because there is going to be one important landmark that will probably end up over there for today's episode. I'll just explain a little bit about that and then probably call it there, because I'm pretty much doing everything I wanted to do so far. New Mauville was successfully tracked and got myself a Road, my boy Road. Big poke, can sell that for money. And we're going to be exploring halfway through the ocean land. So that's going to be good exploration trekking, so let me just go ahead. Skip that, this trainer probably wants to battle me. Yep. Alright, I was worried that his character dragon aside. Alright, yeah, you're just gonna go ahead. Ooh, Carvana. Alright. Carvana is a nasty poke. We already seen it. I think Team Aqua. Okay, Team Aqua's Grunts had a Carvana. Very good offensive and especially offensive poke. And it's super frail. Like, it can't handle things. But a good attacker. That's one benefit of having it. We're probably going to be seeing some pretty high level pokes that we can't avoid, and it's a level 27 Wingull we can't avoid. We can't avoid a level 27 Wingull. I can let my boy Spartan Road just handle this with a Spark attack easy. Times 4 weakness, thank you. Let's get out of here. Give me that XP game. Alright, let me check the map real quick. I just want to know where I'm at. Okay, so we're almost heading towards Dewford Town. Not too much left to explore. There are going to be some more trainers. I wouldn't be surprised if I ignored some, to be honest. Well, allows you runner, but the water you can't get. Boy, I caught up to you. What you mean? I'm just going to skip through a majority of these because really there's no point. Ah, self-destruct though. That's a move I would love to have. Alright, I'll get rid of Tackle since Sonic Boom is already going to be better than Tackle, honestly. Just being honest. Like, Road is not a physical attacker, but having self-destruct over tackle makes sense in very super certain situations. Not going to be an ideal move because, of course, self-destruct, if the name didn't already imply it, you self-destruct on yourself. But you do immense damage, and because it hasn't been nerfed like in Gen 5 and later, self-destruct is still a very viable move to use. I'm also going to run out of time. Alright, sorry about that. I hate when this does that, but okay, we're gonna ignore that, no problem. Sometimes this will happen because of how my computer is. It's a big potato, but hopefully you guys can still stick with me. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, this is part of Dewford Island that I wasn't able to explore. Alright, protein. And I believe with time, I'll have enough time for just this one last trainer battle right here. Come on, little girl, or lady, the sea is my backyard. I'm not going to take it easy because you're a kid. Girl, get out of here, Kayla, with your whale bird, talking all big. So you even missed your attack. What are you doing? My boy Ro knows what he's up to. Or Kyla. See, I can't read. Did you take it easy on me by any chance? Nah, girl, we don't do that. Like, nani? Alright. Okay, so we made it all the way back to Dewford Town. And honestly, with the interruption of, oh wow, Pokemon battle, that's okay. Another level 27 Wingull, my boy, Road, Spark, yep, alright. So what I'm going to do is heal up here, and then I'll start making my way back over towards the east side, and then by then we should be able to reach Slateport and then continue on with our main storyline. So for right now, guys, I am going to end the episode here for today. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video as I heal up. Hope you enjoyed. So far we took a little bit of break. So in the past 2 episodes, of course, we did some gym leader battles, some immense, intense battles going on. Took a little break from that and decided to do some exploration, get a new partner, and we pretty much did the majority of what I was talking about. Explored New Mauville and pretty much half of the water routes. So in the other half of the episode, I will be exploring this majority half. And then on this route over here, we will be seeing an abandoned ship that has something to do with the storyline. I'll elaborate a little bit more on that next episode since we're not going to be involved in that today. And we'll see what's going on over there. By the end of that, we should be making our way towards Slateport. Just head up towards Mauville, and then we can start an exploration from Route 118 all the way to Fortree. Might take a few episodes there, but we'll see how that goes. We're not going to rush it. We're still pretty good on time. So guys, this has been your boy Ron, and until next time, we will head back into the ocean, embark on a water journey up until Slateport again, and then start heading out towards Fortree City. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care.